Welcome to Ground Up Growth, where we share entrepreneurial insights, business strategies, and personal growth lessons to help listeners build success from the ground up.
Welcome back to Ground Up Growth. We are on the second episode with Mr. Jake Manning with Mississippi Smart Homes. Jake, thank you so much for coming and unpacking some smart technology with us. So
I appreciate the opportunity.
we learned a lot on the first episode, and man, that was good stuff. And I think you're in a business that is just perfectly set up to just take advantage of what's coming down the pipe in the future with AI and whatnot. So,
and what I love how, like in the business you're in, and I love how you've structured it to where you've identified there's this huge knowledge gap, and people are a little bit scared of like going down the rabbit hole of technology, but they know they need it.
Yeah.
So they go to you guys, and then through that you've built trust into, hey, we'll be the experts for you, and if you need something, we'll handle it. And then even in the sales process, understanding what they want out of it, not upselling them. Like, you've really built trust with your client base, and I can tell that's top of mind for you.
It is that and communication. And so like our standard process is you get a free assessment. We come out and we give you a rough estimate based off talking casually, what we think you want, what we think that's going to take. And then if a client goes, okay, that's within the world of what I was thinking I was going to pay and the outcomes that I'm going to get, then we'll move them to a formal quote where we actually sit down and guarantee the thing. And that's when we're really putting into the finer considerations of your attic or what wires or what needs to be done. And when we make a formal quote, we do an install plan. So every quote's guaranteed, every quote's line itemed, and every formal quote comes with an install plan. And an install plan, we have every single line item has a picture of where that product is going to go and what it's going to be doing. And we've found that that has been a remarkably helpful tool in clients really understanding, because there is that gap. And once we get them a formal quote, if they say, hey, we want to approve this, we make it a requirement. They can waive that requirement if they really want to, but we pretty insist that if you're going to formally approve a quote, you have to come visit the showroom. We don't want any miscommunication. We don't want you to be surprised by anything. We want you to touch, see, feel it. We want you to use the app. We want you to go, okay, I can use that. I like that app. I like those cameras. I like that remote. That's something that I actually believe I can use every day and I'll get benefit from.
I think that's a big thing on the guaranteeing the quote, because, man, it's just,
I don't
know if it's just my luck lately or what, but it's like these quotes grow legs, and but you're married to them at that point.
Yeah.
It's like,
I tell people in new construction all the time, two things. First off, I'm aware I'm the last man in and the first man out when we're talking about budget, and everybody's behind and everybody's over budget. So when they get that, when the builder says, hey, here's your axe, go cutting, I'm first. So let's be honest about what your goals are. And, a lot of clients will come back and add on over time, but we're not shy about working with your budget to get the outcomes that you want day one. And maybe that's not the whole system, but it's the meat and potatoes of what you're looking for. That, and I'm the one thing, I'm the only thing in this building construction process that you gonna pay what they told you were gonna pay. I'm the only thing. And I'll get clients all the time say, that's too much, blah, blah, blah. And I go, well, would it make you feel better if I dropped like $4,000 off this quote and took the guarantee off? And then I came back like your drywallers did. And I said, well, I know I talked to you about $7,000, but Paul, you got to see over here, there's this beam.
We didn't know.
And there was a swoopty-doopty and a whoopty-wah, and now it's actually 11.
Right.
Would you prefer it? Because I can do that.
Right.
If you want me to treat you like the rest of them do, I can do that. And they go, no, I like my guaranteed quote. And I said, oh, we're right back here.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's that's one of the toughest things as I've been growing. It's really been what solidified our reputation. because I do really take pride in our work. I am going to come back if something's wrong. If we damage your home or a piece of property, it happens in construction. We're going to get it taken care of, and we do guarantee those quotes. And when you're a little guppy at 23 starting a business, I might have had 2 engineering degrees, but I didn't have a mentor in low voltage. I mean, like the very first time I was capping a Cat 6 wire, you're not supposed to do this. There's 8 little wires in there, and you got to line them all up and slide this cap on there, and they're in colors, and they got to be in order. I'm stripping the color stripping off of them, so I'm looking at bare copper, and I'm sitting there going, now how in the hell, as I'm looking at bare copper, am I supposed to get these in order? And God bless the commercial electrician that walked by that said, son, what are you doing? So I'm terminating this Cat 6. He said, you see those little metal fins right there? It automatically strips it for you. You don't have to do that. I went,
Thanks,
oh.
bud.
Well, that was huge. It took me 26 minutes to get one of these done before you told me that. It takes like 2 minutes now. So guaranteeing those quotes was definitely, wisdom is not forgotten when bought in blood. And I have certainly paid for a 3rd degree since my initial 2.
I want to talk about Starlink. You mentioned Starlink. So y'all do Starlink as well.
So
I'm a Starlink customer, which they just went up on me again.
They've swapped now. So the equipment's free.
So I was just fixing to ask you that because I paid $600 for my equipment.
Oh, we have 7 of them.
Somebody told me that was like $20 or something.
Not legitimately, they're giving them for free. I guess Elon, he's got it going on. I'm mad at Elon though because they don't do any reseller.
$600 to free.
Because that cash flow is crazy. It's insane.
So let me ask you this: I have Starlink at my hunting camp.
Yeah.
I'm off grid, no power, no water. I mean, I got it, but it's through rainfall and generators. But so I've got a place in Montana, and I'm fixing to try to build some sort of off-grid deal there, and I would like to have Starlink when I'm there. Is there, if I'm like 2 accounts with Starlink,
sure.
Is there a move there? Help me out, figure that part out. And then is the move the mobile, like I can just put something in my backpack and go?
Yeah. So
there's
a couple different models. Most people are getting like the residential standard. Used to, it was pretty expensive for a kit, but they've got enough accounts that just like anybody else, they're doing like, hey, get your kit free because we want you on that monthly reoccurring.
Right. Yeah.
And it really is a godsend for Mississippi, or really just the world. I mean, it really does work.
It's incredible.
And the mobile, there's 2 things. Mobile is awesome, particularly like you might want to get one for your truck. I got one for my truck. I spend so much time in the vehicle, and like normally I was hotspotting, but my hotspot doesn't work half the time in Mississippi. And so Starlink on our work vans or on our truck. And that's what the mobile's for, is for like actually moving vehicles or like a moving thing, not just like put it in your backpack. They do have prorated rates for, you don't have to have it on all of the time. Yeah. So if you have the standard kit, you're paying it every month. But if you've got a mobile kit, you can turn on, turn off, like at the start of a button, and it'll prorate your bill. And that's probably what I'd do. I would probably do a permanent mounted one that, unless you have cameras and things that you want to like keep an eye on there, that you can just turn it off when you're not using it, and they won't bill you for it. But no, I'm furious too, because we keep 7 or 8 of them in our possession, because one of the things that we do for clients, particularly in new developments, there will be an issue with the ISP registering the new address, kind of like what we were talking about when I got here. And they'll say, oh yeah, we'll have fiber. And then they'll come out there to do the fiber install, and they'll go, oh, well, we didn't realize it's actually going to be 2 weeks before we can get this hooked up. You're like in a new development. We need to get the engineering team, be on the street.
Right.
Clients don't take it too well in the modern age when you tell them that they're not going to have internet for 2 weeks. Right. Now, it's not our fault, but remember, everything's our fault.
Right.
And so we keep Starlinks on tap so that whether it's C-Spire just cut the fiber main down there, or they're dropping the ball on getting internet set up because it's a new development or the address isn't pulling or whatever else, that we can bridge the gap for those clients with the Starlink, and they don't even realize that they don't have internet. So we'll just throw a temporary Starlink up in their backyard to ensure that they stay connected and that they're not sitting there with nothing to do for 2 weeks. And those are, again, the kind of thing that we're trying to do for a real white glove, same day support. Hey, you call, it's going to get fixed. I'm not telling you it's going to be free, but it's going to get fixed. And that at the end of the day, if you live in Mississippi or really anywhere rural and you do not have good internet options, Starlink is the option. I mean, it really does just work. And compared to all of the other things, it is so affordable. Like HughesNet or Viasat or Viacom, all of those, they rob you blind and they give you terrible service.
Yeah, I had HughesNet. We built a cabin and I tried it and it was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't even cancel the account.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get them on the phone.
Now you're in a contract and you got overages and.
Yeah, that was.
But that's the number one thing that has us traveling outside of our service area. I mean, we'll get called for a high-end custom home, say in Osaka, because who are you going to call, right? There's not a smart homes there. But
And
then,
how would those people find you? Still referrals?
yeah, still referrals or subtle plug for our website, MississippiSmartHomes.com. If I do say so, it's fantastic. We've got a lot of documentation, a lot of pictures, a lot of public pricing. It's a very strong educational resource.
Did you build it?
Most of it, yeah.
I believe
Yeah. I'm a partner in a digital marketing firm that's a different business, and that's Ignite. And Ignite, I made the first one, and then I was like, somebody needs to like tend to this and make it even better and make it actually pretty. I got a lot of good content on there, but I'm not very good at making it look pretty. So Ignite, our digital marketing firm, does our day-to-day on our website, but it is in fact very pretty,
I can't wait to check it out.
very informative.
Yeah,
And that's
Google
a
me
lot
up
of people, they're just Googling, they're just looking for smart technology. And that's
I would think
outside
that'd be a
of
good
word of
idea
mouth.
to have public pricing on your website.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we're not shy at all about our standard
I would think
packages.
that, I mean, just me as a consumer, if I saw it and I was like, man, that,
Yeah.
is more palatable than I thought or whatever, I'd probably execute versus like, man, I bet that's,
Yeah.
if I was left to guess what it was going to cost, I wouldn't even call you probably to
I
get
tell
the quote.
clients that, we really try and save them on not selling them what they don't need. And the truth is, pound for pound, we are the most expensive option. We're the best at what we do. We guarantee our quotes. We offer same day support. We've got a full team. But we're going to save you. We tend to quote less. Even though pound for pound I'm more expensive, I tend to come in underneath other competitors because they're just selling them a bunch of stuff they don't need.
Yeah.
And that I tell clients all the time, yes, it's expensive. Yes, there are things that make you upset. But if we're sitting there and you're talking and you go, but people do not want their TV to buffer. They do not want to have internet issues. If somebody's quoting you cheaper than what I'm quoting you, you are. What we carry is the best worth buying. There's always a bigger fish. I could tell you a $30,000 networking system, that exists. But what we carry is the most affordable option that's going to work 24/7, 365. And anything cheaper than that, it's just not going to.
Yeah.
People will walk in and say, I got some Chinese plugs from Costco, can you set them up? A, we do work on pre-existing equipment and we will do that. But B, they're not going to work very well. And they probably report to the Communist Chinese Party about what you're doing. So things to be concerned about. And we do, you were asking me during our break about cybersecurity. And that's something that we get a lot of concern about. And it's something that we take pretty seriously. Every client of ours gets a new email it's like a black box for their smart home. So A, it's off the grid. The internet, the world at large doesn't know it exists. So it's a nice little black box container for all of your smart home accounts. B, it's separate from your personal email. So if you go, Jake, man, my doorbell ain't working, can you check? And I want to remote into your system.
Right. You don't have
I'm
to.
not walking through your personal email to get there to do it. But
That's so smart.
really,
Smart homes.
it's getting more and more safe. It's getting more and more safe every day. And when it comes to cybersecurity, at the end of the day, it's kind of like physical security. Are you really worried walking around that you're going to get shot? No.
Well,
But
where
if
you
somebody put a
That's not
hitman,
where I'm at.
yeah, if somebody put a hitman on you, the amount of money that it would require to protect yourself from that would be prohibitive, right? It's the same way, generally using smart home technology, being around, you're fine. You don't need to be worried about cybersecurity, particularly with the precautions that we take. That being said, if a professional hacker decides that they want to hack you, smart home, no smart home, doesn't matter. The amount of prohibitive cybersecurity it would take to defend yourself it's prohibitive. People wouldn't, I mean, we all get just frustrated enough with our two-factor authentication.
Right.
Anything more than that, I think people would go insane.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, just the simple like, hey, you got to reset your password every 120 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
for what?
That kills me actually, with like 62 different accounts and 5 different credit cards and 30 different suppliers. And then they make me change my password every quarter. And it can't be something that it was last time. I mean, it's a guaranteed fact that I have to, American Express is the one that gets me. Right. I have to reset it every time. Every time I want to check that account, I have no hope anymore because I'm on like password 28.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But these are, while I
1, 2,
complain
3,
about
4,
it,
5.
these are the kinds of things that we help clients with too. Like the number of clients that just don't know that there's a passwords wallet on their phone. I mean, we'll be doing teachings and people are like, all right, I'm going to save this in like my notes. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, talking about cybersecurity. You've got your whole family social security.
Have you had
card.
a client yet that doesn't have a smartphone?
Actually, there was one in particular that
jitterbug
I think you would respect. Honestly, I do. I mean, power move. We're doing this install. We're finishing up. I'm doing the teaching with the wife, and the husband walks in. I said, "All right, bub, your turn. Come on down here, take a seat." He said, "Oh no, boss, I don't think that's gonna work." I said, "Oh, come on, I can teach anybody to do this. Yeah, it really is easy. What we use is simple. Yeah, I just need you to be coachable for a second." He said, "Oh no, that ain't gonna work." Puts a Nokia brick on the table. And then he goes further and he goes, yeah, this is my wife's thing. I don't care. It's fine. She wanted it. She got it. But my phone, I was like, you really live like that? And he was like, really, I live like that. As a matter of fact, I don't text on this thing because it's a pain in the ass. I don't do that. And my phone exists so I can call people, not so people can call me. He leaves it off. He turns it on, makes a phone call, turns it back off.
Man.
If you need him, leave a voicemail. I was like, unfortunately, self-employment does not allow me to do that. Yeah, his peace and tranquility. Yeah. As a smart home man, it's a funny thing for me to say, but I dream about the time before phones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, whether it's,
We talked about that with Chaz Ramsey about the.
yeah, we do a lot of, like just day-to-day help. I tell people we want to be your nerd, whether it's your daughter's going to college and you need to buy her a new laptop and you don't know what to buy or whatever else. But I mean, the number of people that'll call me on a Saturday or a Sunday, I can't find the game.
Oh
It's
my
like,
Dude,
it's the difference between SEC network people and ESPN Plus. You would think I'm trying to explain quantum mechanics to these people.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I'm 39 and I feel like I'm not that far out of the loop, but I was trying to watch the Mississippi State game the other day and it was like, you need to go through Disney Plus to get in the ESPN app. So I'm like, what does Disney have to do with baseball? I couldn't figure it out.
My $1 billion idea is not a smart home idea. I'm going to wait, let it keep fragmenting all these greedy little companies, splitting it up and wanting their own streaming service. And then it frustrates the hell out of everybody. And death by 1,000 cuts, you're paying more probably.
Oh, yeah.
And just to come out of the woodwork, are you sick of death by 1,000 cuts? Do you want a single bill. And look, is it going to be expensive? It is. But is it going to be a fair price and easy to handle? And they're going to go, oh my God, yes, please.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Cable. Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
I feel like things are working their way back. To
They
like
really
the
are,
cable
because
framework.
the level of fragmentation is just,
Frustrating
it's
everybody.
so frustrating.
It is all this Roku and Fire
But see,
Stick.
if-
I mean, I can't keep up with it. Then it's gone.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
something
I don't
that's
even know
Sling
anymore.
or it's.
See, to our listeners here, if that's you and you don't want to deal with these things, you're aggravated, call Mississippi Smart
Call
Homes,
Jake.
because that is, in fact, the kind of thing we do from day to day, like showing them how to use their passwords wallet on their phone. And maybe we shouldn't be keeping our social security card as like a contact,
I know nothing about the password wallet.
or helping them sign in.
So, and yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really either. I know that it stores your passwords like
Mm-hmm.
when they populate. But are you saying you can go to your
So the passwords
and-
wallet
Yeah.
on your iPhone, like if you just search on your iPhone passwords, that is the one I
that's
would
where it stores
recommend.
all of them.
It is Apple actually made the right decision in IT. That's it. And they decided that they were going to care about people's privacy and not sell it. Go Apple. So Apple actually really takes cybersecurity seriously. And you can set up your passwords wallet where it requires your face. So like even if they stole your phone, even
Yeah.
if they hacked your iCloud, they couldn't get into it. And then because it's
boy.
Apple, it just works. It just works. You get a new phone, you're on your laptop signing into your email, and you saved your password on your phone. It just kind of works between all of their things.
How
Man,
come
this
all
is.
these
then-
things say compromised password?
It's like
Why?
So
Stress.
when I get on MLS on
Yeah.
my phone, I log in every time.
yeah, ridiculous.
Isn't it?
Ridiculous.
Now that I'm like
You're like a
this-
third world peasant
just-
over here.
I'm just so technology improved.
But
after
you can
this.
go into the passwords. Well, anytime your phone asks you, do you want to save this password? This is where it's saving it to.
Okay.
But you can also manually put passwords in there. So if you wanted to put in
Okay, I
your
didn't know
social
that.
security number,
Yeah.
you could do that. Or like I have the gate code for every neighborhood ever, because I'm driving and going to all of them and I forget what's Bridgewater's gate code, and I can just go to passwords wallet on my
That's a
phone
good point.
and just pull up
Versus-
the gate code.
Yeah, I have them in my
Contact.
notes.
So to yours, you're not going to like this answer. So the number one way that cybersecurity or that you're attacked is, let's say you go into park at a parking garage in Nashville. This stupid parking garage requires an app. You download the app, you make an account, your normal login, your normal password. I'm not thinking about it. Do you think that the parking garage has good cybersecurity?
No.
No. So they hack the cybersecurity on the garage. Now we've got some winning numbers. I've got a username and I've got a login. And I'm praying that you don't use distinct passwords. And now I'm going to feed that into a robot and just say, try it. Try it everywhere you can find it. You got a door lock and you've got a key. Go see what you can open with it.
Yeah.
And so the single best advice for cybersecurity is using distinct passwords for different services, or at the very least, buckets of passwords.
Right.
So like, I don't care about this. This could get hacked. Who cares? I would be upset. It would ruin my life. And that we have 3 different tiers of passwords if we're not going to do a unique one every time. So why is it telling you compromised password? Passwords wallet, and Apple, they go through data breaches. So people will go hack things and then they sell that information on the dark web.
Well,
They take that information that they buy on the dark web and they try and hack stuff with it.
I may
And
be,
so there's a data breach
I think
somewhere
The Nokia man may have it
with
figured out.
that password or with that username from some silly thing that got hacked a long time ago. And it's saying somewhere on the internet, this is known.
Yeah. Okay.
And that you probably want to
Which is
change
like-
all of these passwords. No, yeah,
Deep.
not to freak you out,
I
make
feel
you get up from
overwhelmed
this
with
table.
stress.
Just call Jake. He'll walk you through it.
Yeah, that's we do that kind of stuff for clients all the time. But I mean, really, the bread and butter of what we do is security. I mean, it's locks, it's doorbells. We're a licensed alarm company. But a natural outgrowth of that is cybersecurity. And one of the things that we get A lot as well is helping with cybersecurity with kids and what they may or may not be doing on the internet. And all of our Wi-Fi systems, mesh Wi-Fi systems, have great kid controls. So I say it a lot. Kids think we're cool. Teenagers hate us, and it's very true. Kids are like, "Oh, look at all this technology," and then teenagers are like, "Hey, man, what's going on with that camera? What's going on with the Wi-Fi?" Because you can like turn the Wi-Fi off for your kids to enforce bedtime, but yours is still on, or things like that. And we'll help parents set up filters for their kids and what their kids may or may not be doing on the internet. But I made what I believe to be a wise business choice early on, and that I don't want to be between a mama bear and her baby boy. Yeah, I don't. So I'll advise you on the options available to you, but I'm certainly not going to tell you it's impossible for him to do things on the internet that you don't want him to. And then he does it. Yeah. Scared of that kind of environment.
Yeah. Stay in the advisory mode.
Yeah, advisory.
Yeah.
You're advising. That's the one of the things that makes what we do hard is scope creep, because it does. I mean, just like that. Like we're just sitting here talking, and then next thing you know, I'm giving somebody a TED talk on how they're like, "Well, why are all these compromised? And how do I go through and reset all of these?" And I'm like, "Well, back to how we're gonna use your camera, but it's becoming more and more apparent that people really need help. And it's getting to a point where I really foresee cybersecurity becoming an issue with the AI is just going to make it so much easier for malicious actors.
Right.
It used to be a very labor intensive process, and it's just quickly not.
Yeah, they're going to benefit from the AI as well.
Tremendously. And so helping people with cybersecurity, setting up filters, setting up VPNs, particularly like on a business side, doing backups, doing things of that nature, that all falls into our wheelhouse. And that's one of the things that we struggle to articulate is, you hear Mississippi Smart Homes, and you don't really think about truly a one-stop shop for everything IT. I really don't know what computer to buy or what thing to get, but that you can call us, trust us, and have an expert that you
Add
know.
your little slogan right there under it. Everything IT.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's really not bad. That's currently Smart Made Simple. Yeah, he's shooting a shot down there. I started with Smart Made Simple a long time ago, and I can't think of what Vivint is off the top of my head, but let it be on the record, I was first. But Vivint's slogan is something very similar. Is something like smart simplified, something like that.
Just don't start door knocking like them.
Yeah, but we rip out a bunch of Vivint stuff because it's kind of the same thing as the tank. At the end of the day, you don't really control your system, and you're beholden to a company that doesn't answer to get stuff done. And so a lot of people will get frustrated with Vivint service, and it's a tough thing to compete with a national brand like that they take the leading loss, just like Starlink is.
Right.
So Vivint, baby, is free. It's just $150 a month. Yeah. And that's not something that we can compete with, at cost. Yeah. But at the end of the day, now you're in a contract and you can't cancel it. And then you realize, oh, well, my camera's been offline for 3 weeks and they haven't come to service it. And then you try and get out of your contract and they say, no, that's not a reason to get out. And we deal with stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, that would be tough for sure. Man, that's good stuff. We've learned a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And it's constantly growing every day. Yeah.
Truly. I would love to have you back on in like 2 years. And it'd be so interesting to know.
I'm rooting for in 2 years we'll get to the point that we really are getting to Jarvis level smart homes, as I call them. Like you walk in, it will happen in the next 3 to 5 years, whether it's a consumer brand option or it's a custom thing that we have to make and do ourselves, because the technology's there. You walk in, you literally have a smart home that's not like, hey, Google, hey, Alexa, but it knows that you're home. Hey, Paul, how you doing today? How was it? How'd your meeting go? But he's your advisor. He's your friend. He's a repository of information. You bounce ideas off of him. You go, hey man, I'm wanting to get dinner for the family. Wife's going to cook 4 meals this week. We're trying to, this, prep time under 30 minutes, get it on a routine, and it just Instacarts it to your house.
Oof.
And, now then you're sitting in a situation where it's printing, you have a real nutritionist that is planning your meals every week for your family, that's budgeting those meals at your local store, and then getting them delivered to your house. And then you come home and it's just like, hey, here's your menu for tonight. Here's what you're making. Those are the kinds of things that are going to become readily accessible pretty quickly.
Wow.
And just the number one thing that we're selling at that point in time is time. Is what's your
Right.
time worth
What's
to
the
you?
time?
Right.
Yeah.
That and the AI revolution, the best way I know to explain it to people is it democratizes experts. So like used to, if you wanted to have a nutritionist, generally you needed to be kind of wealthy. If you're going to have somebody that's their professional craft, is keeping your family well fed. And now you can get a nutritionist for, $20 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that it's an interior designer and
Yeah.
like, hey, here's what I'm thinking about doing with this room. Take a picture. What do you think?
Right.
And
Yeah.
that you have access to expert level advisement
Right.
for just the average Joe. You don't have to be a multimillionaire.
Oh, it's going to affect a lot of businesses. I mean, a lot of industries. I mean, I think in real estate, I think it's going to.
I mean, the thing that I don't think that people are ready for, because I'm most definitely not, is Tesla is projecting to sell their Optimus robots in 2027.
Yeah, I'm really not ready for that.
I mean, like full service, it can do stuff. Like demos right now, they're not open to the public, but I could say, hey man, like get these glasses and go wash them and put them in the dishwasher and then do it.
That freaks me out.
Yeah. But then even as the 29-year-old IT startup, I don't know how I feel about that. So how's Miss Susie,
Right.
the 68-year-old lady that lives by herself, going to feel about that? And the idea that she's going to go on the internet and just buy one and get it delivered to her house is crazy.
Or the kinks, when the robot zigged, when he should have zagged, and
Yeah.
now you're dead.
Yeah. And
I mean, but they were doing. I mean, we were in Colorado. I mean, it's been years ago, and they had robots bring your food.
what?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. You pay the robot, and he
Yeah.
spits the pizza out. That's been years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had that level
Need
of
to add that
interaction.
in. We'll add that in when we do when we change the operating
Yeah, when we
agreement.
get the new business. Yeah, I hear you.
The thing about AI to me right now, and it's like everything that like typical day that I feel like that's how I talk to Claude right now.
Yeah.
And it gives me all, and so a lot when I've been thinking about it at home, like how can I just need something that's not my phone that I can just like tell
Talk
me.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because
so,
I use it now, but I love to ask business owners how are you using AI.
yeah.
The ones that are scared of it are the ones thinking it's just going to come for their job.
Yeah.
But the ones that see the opportunity in it and how it's making their work more efficient,
Oh, it's unbelievable.
it's incredible
I
to
get,
use it that way.
particularly for like my job, oh my gosh. I mean, it has made me so much more productive.
Really?
I mean, from system design to compatibility checks, we work on pre-existing equipment. And so coming in and being like, what in the world am I looking at? From some other installer that we're going to give best effort to fix the customer so that they don't have to buy a whole new system. And I literally take a picture and upload it and be like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
And it'll say, oh, that's a Sony RX537A.
Yeah.
That's probably good. This one you
That's what you
probably
needed
want
whenever
to
you were stripping
replace.
them wires.
That is very much what I need. Then, like, as we grow into new products and services, like assistive technologies is one of the things I'm so excited for, because we've really done some disabled and recovering clients lately. And it's nice. And I take pride in my work in doing high-end homes. But when we do, like we had a customer with ALS in the township, and it's really come on fast and hard. And he's gone from being a normal person to being in a Stephen Hawking chair. And like he can turn on the lights and adjust the fan and control what's on the TV and control the speakers that are being played, all with just eye movement on his iPad. And like seeing the effect that had on him And on his wife, my grandmother died of Parkinson's, and it chewed her up pretty quick. And the number one problem with Sissy was she never wanted to ask for help. Strong Delta woman.
Yeah.
And so she hated being a burden. Like, I'm the server. I don't like being served. And we could tell, and she still wouldn't ask. And so to give people in a health situation some level of independence back is just so empowering to the person, that every time I get hot or cold, I don't have to say, hey, can somebody come turn the fan off or on? And what it did for his wife in terms of just peace of mind and just like how much she knew it meant to him that every little thing that he needed wasn't something that she had to do. And so like assistive technologies and commercial, where we're really growing quickly, it's so useful for me to be like, here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this new product or service. Is that good? Is that bad? And like to bounce ideas back and forth.
Yeah.
But Google's Gemini is like their version of chat, their version of Claude.
I use Gemini a lot for photos.
Yeah.
Stuff. They're really good with photos.
The little nano banana is what I believe it's called.
Man, y'all are talking Spanish.
Well, the Google Home, they started with Gemini and the cameras, where we can ask the cameras about like, hey, did somebody come by, or getting really intelligent notifications that isn't just like the wind blew the leaf in front of my camera.
Right.
They've now rolled it out to the hubs, where I can say, hey, Google, let's chat. And I'm taught to it normally, just like, hey, Google, what's the weather today? It'll ping back. But if I say, hey, let's chat, what I'm doing is I'm opening a Claude conversation.
Okay.
And we're back and forth. So I can sit there and go, hey, Google, let's chat. How many homes were sold in Madison County last year that were more than $500,000? Okay, and like generally breaking that down, what are the top 5 neighborhoods? Who are the top builders pulling permits in those neighborhoods? And like we're going back and forth building this idea out. David is Catholic. I am Protestant. My partner, David, from last episode. My girlfriend's Catholic, so I'm thinking about swapping. She's not. That's not up for debate. So she's not coming out, so I might go in.
Yeah.
And he came in the other day and was like, I didn't know you boys deleted 8 books out of the Bible. And I was like, hell, we did? The Catholic Bible and the Protestant Bible are different? And he was like, apparently there's 8 books. And we immediately both went, hey, Google, let's chat. Yeah, are there 8 books? And we're having a 3-way conversation.
Oh, wow.
And like we're interrupting it. We're being like, whoa, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They got changed. Like it's not in the Bible, but it's not out of the Bible. 3-way conversation for like 20 minutes about this. And so having those conversational points, I think, is really the next step, where people get used to the idea of like, whether it's a person, whether it's a computer, that this thing is a persona, and that this persona is an advice. Like I talk to this thing and this thing talks back to me, and it's a repository of information that can help me move quicker.
Yeah.
And I love Plod. If you haven't seen Plod, you should look at that. It's great for anybody in construction or real estate, but it's like a wearable. And it records your transcripts and then just gives you notes. So like if I'm doing a custom walkthrough with the client, I just like click it on, and then it'll give me a full report to go into quoting with.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Cool.
Good stuff out there.
All right, Jake, that was good stuff. Man, you got an incredible business. You've done a really good job, and I think you're headed in the right direction, and we're excited to watch and see what you do next. That's, we're definitely going to get you back on, get up to speed, and see what else comes down
I'm sure
the
one
pipe.
of these days we'll start AI consulting, so you can just write us a check for that. Yeah, that's fine. Call us up.
Thank
I
you.
very much
Thank you.
appreciated the opportunity to just come on and talk with y'all today. So.
Of course. Thank
Awesome.
you.